Good afternoon, it's Lorraine, and we're ready to start our May cards, and happy Mother's Day. Here we go. Our first card is the dress shirt card. You may have seen this done before, so this won't be anything necessarily new, but it's the first time I've done it this way, so we'll have a little fun with that. So to make this card, you're going to need some, oh, did I lose the name of this? I did. Concord Crush. Boy, so it's our new in color purple. Very lovely color. This one is cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Which is the fold, the left fold for our card. Okay, and then you're going to need a piece of river rock that is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4, and this is going to be the basis for your shirt. And to form the collar, you're going to just take about a 1/2 inch down from the top, and you're going to cut in about 1 inch. And do the same thing on the other side. You could measure that if you must have it exactly precise, but I do a lot of things freehand. Okay, then you're going to wrap the collar around and bring it down so that the two parts meet together to form the collar. Okay, and I could have made my collar a little thicker, and I think I did that wrong, but we'll just go ahead with it. Okay, if you notice on mine, I think I did 1/2 inch here. I think I did 3/4 inch here, so not wrong either way. Alrighty, so then we form our collar, and then you're going to need a tie. Also out of the river rock, you're going to punch a small tag punch, and this is going to make your pocket. We don't need that yet. We're going to make a tie. Those of you who got your kits from me notice that it said the tie template for 2011, and that's because there was a previous tie template that was 2009, and the card was built a little differently. I think that one was without a collar. It just went up to the top of the tie. So we needed a different shape and a different size tie for this year's shirt. And we wanted it to fit. And the V to collar is going to help you do that too. Okay, you may have to do some trimming on the pattern if you use this smaller collar. This was cut for the 3/4 inch collar, the pattern was. Okay, so cut 3/4 of an inch down instead of 1/2 inch like I just did there. Alright, so then you're going to need some DSP, Designer Series paper, for your tie. If you've been a hostess recently, that one of their hostess options was this 6x6 pad of DSP in colors. And that's a very fun pack, and in that pack there are several different patterns. Some of you received this stripe, and some of you received a different pattern that looks more like this. Okay, this is a very dark, intense color. If you're going to be tracing your pattern and you try to do it in pencil, you're going to be hard pressed to see the lines after you move the pattern away. So your choices are to either hold it in your hand and cut around. If you've got a good steady hand, you can do it that way. Another way would be to use an extra fine Sharpie and trace around it. That way you're going to see it very clearly. So trace around. Okay. And then you can see the marking a little better with the bold, so that black ink. Okay, And then you would cut that out. I'm not going to waste your time cutting that out because I have one already cut out here. And this is in the other pattern. And then you're going to need a couple of little triangular scraps of the same pattern. And these are going to form a handkerchief in the pocket. So let's get our tie in place. So since I cut my collar too small, I'm going to have to adjust my pattern. So I'm going to have to cut away a little bit of the tie so that it won't show. Since I made my collar too small. So there are ways to adjust for errors. Okay, there we go. So now we should be able to get it in there pretty close. Oh, one more adjustment. So if you don't want to be doing all this adjusting, be sure to do the 3/4 inch collar. Alright. We're going to call that good enough. Okay. Alright, so now you want to put your tie in place with some snail or your favorite adhesive. Again, you'll have to be careful with your collar and how you place it so that you get the best option available. Okay, there we go. Now you're going to need your mat pack and your paper piercing tool to poke the holes for the button-down collar. And I certainly should have glued down my collar before I did that, but there you go, you can do that now. Okay, button down collar, and then you're going to need 2 silver brads. I chose silver. You could choose any color you'd like. I chose silver to button down the collar. So just poke those through your pierced holes. Open up the backs. Okay, so then we have our shirt, but we don't have our pocket on it yet, so we'll do that next. So here's our pocket, and we want to have the illusion of a handkerchief sticking out, so we'll put a little adhesive on there, and then we'll position our triangles into whatever pattern we want the handkerchief to have poking out of the pocket. So that's what I chose. There's no right or wrong on that. And then position it on your shirt and press down. Okay. You may want to put a little more adhesive on the back, but that looks fine. Okay, so we're at this stage. And now the last thing, we'll wait for that. Let's go ahead and attach this to the front of our card, centering on the bottom and sides. Be sure to put extra adhesive around where the brads are, because that'll be the place where there's more of a push or pull against the card front. So glue that down. Okay, now we've got just one more step, and we're going to add a rhinestone jewel. And we're going to use the largest one and the medium sized one. And these are self-adhesive. You just put it on there, and then we have our diamond studded tie tack. Woohoo! Guys need bling too, right? There we go. Alright. That's card number 1 for May.